Hello everyone, I am TheXplorer and this is Minecraft Survival Let's Play. So come along with me and let's play Minecraft together. Hi everyone and welcome to my pretty new home. Today we are going to correct some of the mistakes I made while building the roof of the house. And after that we are going to build an interior and try to prettify the house a little bit. Also, because I want to use some of the honeycomb on the copper parts of the house, we are going to collect some bee nests and make ourselves a little manual honey and honeycomb farm. I hope that you enjoyed the build from the previous episode. So please tell me in the comments if you would like to try and build a similar house like this one. And for these changes that I do, I wish to create a highlight effect by placing lighter colored blocks on top of the build and darker tones near the base. So we will replace this cyan wool with some light blue wool at the top of the roof. Once we've collected some honeycomb, we can also scrape some of the oxidation from the copper to make it lighter and wax it so it won't oxidize any further. Hello, Mr. Skeleton. Good morning to you. Will you please go away? I need to start working on my house now. Thank you and goodbye. Now let's start by removing this bed. We can place it upstairs for now. Let's look at the inside. This looks better, I think. Let's make another window on this side of the house. We can place a stair here, so that we can place a sign from the other side. Here. Again, we can pillar up using some dirt, so that we can easily place a sign like this. Let's work on this canopy for a while. We can create a nice little crafting area and temporary storage by placing some of these barrels around. And because I don't want to use ladders every time I go up the stairs, let's make a staircase. We can wind it around by using some spruce planks and stairs. That looks like it's working. Let's make a spruce pillar here. And because we don't want to fall off the stairs, let's make a guardrail using these spruce trapdoors. I think I hear a familiar sound. It's a wandering trader again. Hello, Mr. Trader. What have you got for us today? Some vines. That's just what I need. Thank you very much. We can place these vines here and there around the outside of the house so that we can give it an overgrown look. Let's work some more on these steps. And I believe that should be safe for now. In this spot, I wish to make a little kitchen and work area. Hey, Mr. Trader! Thank you for being a guest of mine. By combining a regular furnace with 4 logs of any type, we can make a smoker that will cook food much faster, but it can cook only food. Using these bricks that we bought from our mason, we can craft some brick blocks, some flower pots, and some decorative pots that we can use around our build. Let's say here. We can make some campfires as well, because I want to make a little chimney outside. We can also place these campfires around and put them out using our shovel, so that they look like a pile of wood placed around the outside. We can place a barrel here so that the base of the pillar looks sturdier. How can we make these furnaces to look like they are part of one big oven? We can use these brick stairs placed upside down. And this stair can be placed facing the other one, so that it looks like it's narrowing towards the top. We can place a brick in the wall like this. Coming from the outside, we can also place some more bricks in the walls. Let's also give it some texture by replacing this brick stair with a brick wall, putting the stair on top. Let's make a little bedroom area by placing some barrels in the nook of the wall, an inverted stair like a night table with a pot on top. Night is falling, and this is the perfect time for us to go beehive hunting, because at night bees will go inside their bee nests, and we will use our silk touch axe to safely collect the bee nest. But one bee is still outside. Let's return this bee nest and watch as the busy bee returns home with the pollen. Now we can collect it. And yes, total bee location. Advancement for collecting the beehive with 3 bees inside. Hello rabbits, good night to you. Be safe tonight. Let's collect some more bee nests. And try to survive the night. Oh no, another creeper. Let's shoot them from afar. That's a nice hit. Go away, creeper. This is the bee nest that we used to collect the honey in our previous episode. So let's collect it and the campfire as well. It's morning and we are home at last. So now we can start working on our honeycomb farm. Because this is a manual farm, we will have to place campfires beneath the hives so that we can pacify the bees and safely collect honeycomb and honey. We can place some of these fences so that it looks like they are supporting our bee nests. By placing the cursor on the nest, you can see how many bees are inside, and there can be a maximum of 3 bees. You can also see the maximum level of honey collected, which can be 5. We don't have all of the bee nests full with bees, so let's gather some of these pink petals. We can scatter them around so that the bees can gather pollen from them. We can use our poppy flower to breed these bees. Such a cute little baby bee. Let's see if we can shear our bee nests. Yes. Thank you, bees, for your honeycomb. Come, little bee. Will you take this flower? And yes, we got ourselves another baby bee. By using some planks and 3 honeycomb, we can create our own beehive, like this. Again, we have an uninvited guests, so let's get rid of them. We got ourselves a banner for our trouble. Now, you already know that using an axe we can scrape the oxidation from copper. We will use a honeycomb on the copper items and blocks to preserve that oxidation stadium. And we've got ourselves an advancement, wax on. Let's place this flower in the pot. Doesn't it look nice? It looks very nice. Now let's build ourselves a roof beam so that we can place a lantern beneath. We can strip it using our axe, and accidentally we've stripped a little bit of copper. And here I will place some chiseled bookshelves for decoration. Here we will make another floor. We will continue using the same checkerboard pattern with spruce logs and spruce planks. And here we will make a stairway going up. We can make this one a spiral staircase by placing a central pillar of stripped spruce logs. We can also use these stripped spruce logs to make some shelves. We will spiral the spruce slabs around our pillar. And let's see how best to approach the final exit from our staircase. Can we finish here? Let's replace this copper block with copper stair. We can use these copper grates as our windows. Here we can place a door so that we can make a little closet like this. We can use these trapdoors as well. And here we can use them like a guardrail. This looks like it will be a nice bedroom, so let's finish our exit. Here, this looks better. Now we can move our bed upstairs. Good night, everyone. Let's make some chests also, and some more barrels. We can use some oak stairs to make a little table. Let's try this barrel here. No, I think it's better to make a table using spruce stair. The barrels will go on top. We can place these shelves here, and we can place some water so that it looks like a sink. We can use these buttons on the shelves so that they look like a handle. By combining yellow dye and red dye, we can craft some orange dye. And using these glass panes, we can create some orange glass panes. We can use that for our windows, like here for example, and also here. Let's place it here as well. Some barrels beside the bed and another closet. A chest, and here we can make a little alcove for our bed. What can we do to make our house even prettier? We can craft some paintings. Here we will place another door for a hidden closet of sorts. And beneath the stair we can place a chest. You can still open our chest with a slab on top of it. Let's make our roof a bit lower. Nice. Now we can place some paintings to cover up this copper. Here is a good spot for a table. We can place another flower pot and a poppy inside. It looks quite cute. This flower pot I will leave empty. Now let's make another table here and a shelf here. Here we can place some inverted spruce stairs, so that we can make this transition a little softer, like this, going all around. And here we can cover up our staircase by using some spruce trapdoors. Let's make a table here. And we can place some stairs on top on this floor also. Here, that looks nice. Let's craft some more paintings and place them, let's say, here. That's a nice one. Here I wish to make a bigger painting, but not that big. So let's place some blocks, and now let's try. Not this. Yes. That's a very good one. Beneath that painting we can place some stairs to look like a big couch. Let's craft ourselves a little coffee table. That looks too small. Let's try something else. If we place a stair here temporarily, another inverted stair here. Now on the other side like this, remove that block. Facing that stair we will place this one, and that we will place this one. Now this looks like a proper table. We can place a flower pot so that it looks like a big mug. Let's try some of these paintings. This one I like. And here, this is great. We can use some of these shelves to make our pillars more sturdy. Now, we have used our shears on the beehives to gather honeycomb. By using bottles, we can gather some honey. And be our guest. Another advancement made. Thank you, bees. Let's collect some of these pink petals and reward our bees with some nice flowers. Here you go. And you too. And you also. These are very cute bees. Let's leave them work And let's go down to our village. To see how our villagers are doing. Hello villagers! How's your day? I'm having a very great day today. Let's gather some of these wheat and replant some seeds. And I see our villagers created a lot of iron golems. So let's use them to gather some easy iron. I'm sorry, golems, but I need your iron more. Thank you very much. Let's put this iron to good use and see what can our new toolsmith provide us with. We can sell him some coal and some iron ingots. Now he is selling a diamond hoe. That's just the thing I need. Hello, Mr. Mason. Can I buy some bricks from you? Thank you. This is all I wish to do in the village. So let's go back home. While I was recording this episode, I ran out of space, so I lost some of the footage that I wanted to show. I went to the dripstone cave near the other village that we saw a few episodes ago, and I've gathered quite a lot of copper ore and some gold and iron too. I've crafted another hopper and put it on our smelter to feed it with fuel automatically. Now, while we are waiting for our ore to be smelted, let's craft ourselves an automated composting station. Let's place a barrel here. On top we can place a hopper. On top of it a composter. Then another hopper and another barrel, making a pillar like this. We can surround the hoppers with some spruce trapdoors like this, and on the top one as well. Now this looks like an interesting pillar, doesn't it? Moving one block across, we can place some spruce fences. And between them, we can place some spruce fence gates. I think that one in the middle should be quite enough. So on the sides we can also place our fences. Let's replace these corner fences with some walls, because they won't connect. We can easily pass through that gap. Now on top of these walls we can place some fences like some pillars. This is maybe too high. Let's make it one block lower. On top we can place some spruce slabs. Let's bring them up half a block until they meet in the middle. Connect them like this, and on the sides too. In between these slabs we can place some spruce trapdoors, and in the middle we will create a pillar using stripped spruce logs. On that pillar we can create a little windmill. For blades we can use some of these fences and wool. In the next game drop we will get ourselves some wool stairs and slabs, so we can finish our wind blades when they come out. For now, this will have to do. This is one block too tall. And the last one. Here. That looks nice, doesn't it? I think it is. And as I went back to the cave to use our zombie experience farm, I've heard this. Some pillagers invaded our cave. So let's go back and let's bring their favorite weapon, a crossbow. Load an arrow into the crossbow and prepare your crossbow beforehand. Now we can aim and fire. Oh Betsy, advancement made for shooting a crossbow. Now let's get rid of the rest of these pillagers. We can use our bow because it's quicker. It's raining, so let's leave our trusty equipment here and sleep for the night. At the enchanting setup, we can see what we can get on our hoe. Efficiency 4 and unbreaking 3. That will be quite nice for now. So we can get our trusty horse and go back to our home to finish working on the house. We are here, horsey. Will you stay here? In next few episodes we will make him a stable. For now, he will be just fine here on the fence. We shall also go to sleep. And good morning, everyone. It's a nice day for decoration. Let's use some more of these decorative pots. We can place one here, and these are armor stands. We can place them here, and later we can put on our old armor. This is a tripwire hook, but we can use it as a tap. Let's place a loom by the window and a few barrels on each side. We can place an anvil on our table, and here we can place a brewing stand. Now let's continue working on our little chimney. Let's bring it over by one block. Up one and to the left. Up one again. Here we can place a brick wall, a campfire and another brick wall. We can surround our campfire with some spruce trapdoors. Hello bees, hello Mr. Wandering Trader. Let's collect some more honey. Our copper has smelted and we crafted quite a lot of copper blocks. So let's arrange them 4 blocks apart again and let's let them age. As an experiment, let's wax this copper block that has aged one stage, and also this copper block that is fresh. Now while we let them age a bit, we can use our Silk Touch axe to gather some leaves from the cherry wood and from this oak tree. Silk Touch is an enchantment that lets you gather the block as it is, so it won't destroy leaves and it won't break ore blocks into ore. Let's also replant some saplings. We can use our cherry leaves on these decorative pots. And let's place a fence. Now that looks like a nice bush. And here also. We have ourselves some pink petal particles. Let's place some of these vines on the walls. We can place here and there just one piece. Vines will grow on their own, and they can grow quite a lot. Now it's time to place some leaves on top of our roof. We can use our oak leaves and cherry leaves sporadically here and there. Let's place some hanging from the roof and from our canopy as well. It's raining again, and our cat decided to join us and also to get in the way. Unfortunately, I've lost another part of footage again, so now I can show you around so that you can see everything I've been working on. You can see I've made another chimney on top of our house by using some tough bricks and chiseled tough bricks and walls. We made another chimney. We also crafted some jack-o'-lanterns by using sheared pumpkins and torches together. Our vines have grown and we placed a lot of leaves around the house. Let's get rid of these unwanted guests again. Goodbye, pillagers. This side I will leave empty on purpose. I want to make something interesting in some future episode. In these barrels by the loom we placed some wool and banners. And here, beside the anvil, we've placed a smithing table. For our sink, we've used a cauldron. I've also made and placed some of these item frames so that we can use them to place some food or books on the tables. Let's shear these beehives and let's gather some of these honeycomb. I've used these barrels to make a temporary storage. In our next episode, we can make a starter automated storage using copper golems. This will be all for today. If you enjoyed, please like and subscribe. In the next episode, we will make a little starter automated storage using copper golems. But that's all for now, and see you in another episode.